friends from Fayetteville, from the Cape Fear Club. Is that correct?
Yes.
And our district lieutenant governor, Lynn Gates.
Great.
Forgive me. Good to see everybody here this Thanksgiving week. Let's face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Steve will have our invocation.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for such a great and gorgeous day today. We thank you for all the days that we're allowed to have on this planet, and we are thankful for the opportunity to serve our community and our children through Kiwanis and through your grace. We ask that you bless this food to nourishment of our bodies and us to thy service. Amen.
Kiwanis is a global organization of volunteers dedicated to improving the world, one child and one community at a time. Have a seat, please. Had a couple of notes before I introduce our guest. Speaking of guests, why don't you introduce your club with us, your inner club?
Okay. I'm Lynn Grates, and this is Josephine Mecca, and Jack Welch, and Carolyn Tompkins.
Glad to have you all.
It's been a long couple of years.
Giant of industry, Jack Welch.
No, I'm retired.
Retired.
Yeah.
You hung it up.
Moved to Fayetteville.
Moved to Fayetteville.
Blues.
I've got some notes. I've got plenty of notes, and I don't know where to start. Last week was Farm City Week. Harold Butts did a great job representing the Kiwanis Club all week, participating in the events. Anything you'd like to share with us, Harold?
Yeah, we had a meeting yesterday morning, Monday morning at 9 o'clock. We wrapped up and planned the next year. And one of the things that they're going to work on for next year is communication. Because a lot of things fell through the cracks, but there was still the tours. We always learn something. We had a tour to a unique pig farm, not the slats and the mechanized part, but back to where I grew up. With the pigs in the woods, on the trees, in the trees. And there's a special breed, like a Black Angus in the cow industry. Well, it's a special breed, and it's supposed to be the chef's choice for those pigs.
Top drawer bacon.
Top drawer bacon. And we went to another farm that a lot of they do. Mr. Farrell over near Coates does pigs, cows, tobacco, you name it, chickens, and 2 of his chicken houses got damaged. Didn't know what to do with them. So he's got 75 sheep in there that also unique. They don't have wool, they have hair, but you couldn't tell the difference. But he's starting his first year getting into it and working with the NC State, diversifying to make up for some losses. And the other one was a tobacco farmer that farmed 300 acres of beans, and over a 5-year period, he went out of the tobacco part of it and opened up his barn, made an ice cream shop, put some pens out there. He had little goats, he had little horses, he had pot-bellied pigs and rabbits for the kids, and picnic tables everywhere. And it's a program that the Extension's got for agritourism, converting when they tone down their farming, go into agritourism. And it was very interesting. The FFA had a tractor driving contest. They wanted some of the dignitaries to go out there, but they didn't want to compete with those kids. And our Lillington coach and the Angel Club traditionally award a $1,000 scholarship to an FFA or a 4-H senior who's going on into agriculture, and we awarded that. And
Emily Rayner was the recipient this year from Western. Very well deserved.
I always had a lot of competition in that. So,
Thank you.
Good job.
Pictures of that, presenting the scholarship? Do you have any pictures?
We do.
Are we sending them?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. We have an award, a winner, what I consider a winner in our midst. Derrick Graham, our own Derrick Graham, and his son came in 6th in the state of North Carolina out of over 150 fishermen to win the North Carolina father, to participate in the North Carolina father and son bass fishing tournament.
Way to go, bud. Good job.
Well, that's a lot of fish. A lot of fish and hard work. On a personal note, and I don't know that I've mentioned this, but my niece is a professor at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, Arizona. And this is my sister's daughter, of course. And she, on December the 7th, a date that will live in infamy, she is going to be on Jeopardy.
Oh, really?
Her name is Marty Knight, and she has been sworn to secrecy. I have a gut feeling that she's on it for one night, but hey, it's awesome. And but they're serious about not letting the cat out of the bag when. I don't know if they're going to kill her if she says something, or if they, they got a hit on her or anything like that.
She won't be able to go on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so December 7th, Marty Knight, Jeopardy. All right.
And I got one more thing I want to
Yes, sir.
say.
Please.
And y'all may have seen this, but I didn't see it until today. But our former member, Brad Salmon, has been appointed district court judge.
Yes, he has.
Oh,
Let's
that's
give Brad a hand.
Good job.
I reached out to him today, and he's very excited about it. And he said he would love to have an opportunity to come back.
Well, he certainly will.
To visit with us.
Yes.
If there's any way he could join with the schedule like he's going to have. But anyway, I
Thank
wanted to
you.
mention.
Thanks.
Thank you. Lynn Grace. We asked Lynn for a short bio, and I'm going to glean a little information from what she sent. She's been a member of the Cape Fear Club for 15 years. She grew up in upstate New York. And when she says upstate New York, she means upstate New York. 5 hours from Manhattan, where it snowed from October to May. She and her husband have 4 adult children, 2 that live in Fayetteville. She has 5 incredible grandchildren, that keeps her young and partially crazy. She started her career in physical therapy, but soon learned that they don't hire civilians in Germany when they were stationed in Germany. So she went back to school and got a degree in business management and administration. Found her niche in the nonprofit world, where she worked at, she started, I beg your pardon, the Armed Services YMCA on Fort Bragg in 1997, and was executive director until she retired in 2013. She still teaches classes at Fort Bragg on a volunteer basis. She is a master gardener, a volunteer for the Cumberland County Schools as a mentor, and she has a difficult time saying no to any organization, so keep that in mind. I'd like to present to you our Lieutenant Governor, Lynn Grace.
I'll never
We
take
stand for
that down.
everybody.
They will tell everybody at our club that you stood up for me. They're always yelling to me when I was president, stand up, Lynn. So my last meeting as president, I conducted from standing on a chair. You know, it's funny that you were talking about Jeopardy, because we had a friend whose daughter was on The Bachelor. He was a gentleman from Fort Bragg, and they had moved to Fort Leonard Wood, and she was one of the finalists of the two on The Bachelor, and she didn't get chosen. But they couldn't tell anything either, but they did show when the family came. So we figured, since we didn't hear anything about her getting engaged, that she didn't win. But they are, I mean, you sign a contract for that.
Apparently.
You know, you go against it and you pay. So I can understand it. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Jeopardy. The only thing I can do about Jeopardy, I like Jeopardy when it's got little kids on it. Those are some of the questions I can usually answer. The rest of them forget it. But it's my pleasure to be here. I have been asked to be the lieutenant governor many years, and I've always turned it down. But I can tell you, it's a lot of fun. I mean, these two characters, when they came to our division meeting, I mean, it was great meeting them. Oh, boy, I already know you though. But it's enlightening to become the lieutenant governor. You learn a lot of different things. A lot of things. I'm usually, as they will tell you at our club, a rebel. And one of the things that we talk about as lieutenant governors is to increase clubs, and we were just discussing that. My theory, and what is most of my heart, is to strengthen our clubs, and they have included that this year. We need to strengthen our clubs before we can make more clubs, and we need to get a lot of new, new good members. And sometimes clubs just want to get new members in, and they'll just take anybody. And our club now, we used to have a rule, and we're trying to go back to it, but you have to come to 3 meetings before you can put in your application, because then it gives them an idea of what they have to do. And we're in the process now of writing up some stuff to, we do an orientation, but we want to get a little bit more specific with people and say, hey, if you're going to join, this is what is required of you. Because, we have a lot of stuff going on, and it's hard to get volunteers like up here. It's every place. And Kiwanis, we've lost, oh gosh, thousands and thousands of members this over COVID, and a lot of clubs. We had 2 clubs from our division that went down, Western Harnett and Benson. In Benson, 75 years they've been a club. And they just couldn't do it anymore. And they were responsible for their meal days. That was their signature project. So it's tough, but we're trying to reach out. We just got the new CEO of PWC to be a member of our club. She's young, Elena Ball. She's probably just about a little over 40. So she's what, 75, something like that, 40, 46, 44, something like that. So she's young, and so we're excited about getting, and it's funny that we say 40 is young, but it is in our clubs, because most of us are aging out, and that's what we need to do. We need to really recruit some younger people and who have energy, because sometimes with our pancake breakfast that goes on for 2 days, it's exhausting. It is exhausting. And most of our people, we have a lot of our people are in mid-80s and late 70s that are doing the majority of the work, and a lot of us are getting tired. So, it's something that's going on in all the clubs. So I ask you to just try and recruit some young people. We did a wine and cheese party at one of our guys' house. He's a new, his wife passed away about a year ago, and he's only like 50 years old. And we had a bunch of people there. It was last weekend, last Saturday, and it was a really nice event. So it's just something simple. The Family Club does something down at the tap room next to Husk Hardware. They just get together and they invite people to come and talk to them about Kiwanis. So I think if we all started doing more of that, and I know we're trying to get together to do that is difficult sometimes, but it's just little simple things. And I put some of that in the newsletter. But what I really want to talk to you about is the division, and I did talk to you about applying for the Distinguished Club Award. I know for this year it's kind of difficult because of last year. 2020 was just crazy for everybody. But this year, the things to keep track of, and did you pull that up?
Yes.
Okay. Some of the things that you need to do. Did you take your president's course?
What's the right answer?
The right answer is yes. Get them online and make them take that president's course.
Did I take the president's
You can
course?
do it on. You can do it online.
You can do it online.
Well, we didn't make it to the mid-year,
Okay.
and
And yeah, you've been secretary for how long now?
a couple of years.
Yeah. So I know this
Couple
thing.
of years.
I take the course every year, And, but if you guys take it again, because that's the first thing, they want to know if you took it, even if you.
They do ask every time.
Yeah, they ask every time, and the thing that it is, used to be able to do it through international, and you could just kind of scroll ahead, press the buttons and scroll ahead. Well, now you can't do that anymore, because their education site that they've been saying for 2 years is gonna be up, it's still not up. So, but you can take it through the district, and I can give you the information for that, so that you can take, because that's the first thing you have to do to become a distinguished club. The next thing, for 2020, 2021, they want to see positive membership growth. Well, there weren't many clubs that had positive membership growth. We had 3 new members, but then we had 2 pass away, we had a couple move, what was that? Yeah, I threw a couple people out who didn't pay their dues. So we didn't have positive membership growth. But the other thing you can do, you establish goals for your club, and you can maintain, your vision statement and a strategic plan. I think, did I send you the strategic plan? Did you want?
I didn't know, we didn't
Okay.
discuss that.
Okay, do you guys have a strategic plan?
Well, not as per se.
Okay, text me and I'll send you ours, because that's another thing, and that you only need one of those things out of all those, establishing a strategic plan, and ours goes for 5 years, so ours we'll have to redo it again next year. And then forming a membership committee with a chair. Do you have a membership chair?
We're glad you're here today.
Glad to have you.
Let's pick somebody. He looks like a great membership chair. He fishes. He can grab some people. And you gotta make sure you put it in line that you have a membership chair. That's one of the things. I mean, it's just simple, just put somebody down. Our membership chair really didn't do much last year, but this year we have somebody, that's really taking the reins, and I think it's because we're meeting again. We did a lot, Zoom, how many people are watching this? Huh? Nobody's watching? Okay, Zoom sucked. I mean, it was not fun going to during our meetings on Zoom. There was the camaraderie wasn't there, and our club really had a good time. We did it because we had to do it, but it was just, the best part was, we did a happy hour every Wednesday night, and that was more fun than our meetings. So a bunch of us would just get on Zoom and do happy hour on Wednesday nights. Used to be 6, and they moved it to 5, because I thought that was more appropriate. 5 o'clock. It's always 5 o'clock someplace. So that was more fun. But that's what you can do for a membership committee. Then encourage every member to recruit at least 1 new member at club meetings, which is hard. But if you have speakers come in, ask them, talk to them about joining, say, hey, this is what we do, and I don't know, you all knew John Poulos?
Mhm.
Oh, yes.
All right, the John Poulos and the Warren Mead School of Fundraising and Getting New Members. Do you want to join Kiwanis? Say no.
No.
Why do you hate children? And then John, when he's selling tickets, would just go into wherever he's going. Here's your 50 tickets. I'll be back and I'll come get your money.
Yeah.
That's what they used to do, and that's why they were so successful.
So you sell one up, Queen.
If you said no to John, he said, "What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?"
Exactly. John was one of our longtime members. He started our pancake breakfast 47 years ago. We'll be on 48 this coming year, and he's a phenomenal man. But that's what it is. If you don't want to join, why do you hate children? Why don't you want to join and help children? That's what we do. And it really makes people think about, God, this is really all about kids. And then conducting an orientation of all new members. When you get a new member, do you have an orientation?
Of sorts.
Okay, yeah, and it doesn't have to be anything formal, just to get together. Because as I'm filling out the stuff for Distinguished Club right now, it asks the dates of it. Now I thought, oh my gosh, I have to go back through my calendar and try to find them. So we have our current president, she takes notes on everything. She writes constantly. So I just texted her, I said, I need the dates of our, we only had 2 membership orientations, but I need the dates of those. So make sure you keep track of those and have them on hand. Okay. The other thing they want us to do is have a positive impact on your community by completing at least one of the following, and participate in the Carolinas District Service Project, Adopt a School. Did you guys adopt a school?
Not
Sponsors.
Okay, sponsor school, okay, so that's like Adopt a School. We have T.C. Berrien, I don't know if anybody's familiar with T.C. Berrien. It is the poorest school in Cumberland County. There's 187 children, and all 187 are on the free breakfast and lunch program. So they were over off of Ramsey Street, and their building is full of asbestos. So they moved them into Spring Lake, so they're in the same building as W.T. Brown. Well, now they decided that building was so bad that they're just going to destroy it. Now these kids are going to be sent other places. So we had adopted them, and we just got together in Cumberland County, we got the Fayetteville Club, the Hope Mills, Spring Lake, and our club, and we donated more than 80 turkeys. And we were gonna buy the groceries for them too, so everybody would have all the stuff for Thanksgiving. But Catholic Charities, one of our members called Catholic Charities, and they delivered 2 bags per child, or per family, to the school, and the school was able to give them all out, and what they didn't get, they gave to W.T. Brown too to give out. So it worked out really well. And then we did I pulled this together in what, 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, and I just called and said, can you know, I asked Fayetteville Club and our club for 30 turkeys, because we have so many, enough members that they go on and buy a turkey. The turkeys were like 29 cents a pound at the Food Line. And then so Hope Mills and Spring Lake each brought 10 turkeys, you know, because they have a smaller membership, but everybody participated, so it was a great project. And like I said, it took 2 weeks. And it's something you can do at your school, you know, just have the members buy a turkey or something like that for Christmas. So that's that's one of the programs you can do. You sponsor at least one. Now you do K-Kids?
Yes.
Okay, so you already do that. You already have a K-Kids, okay? Award a scholarship to a student in your community. You already did that.
Oh, yes.
Okay? And you only have to do one of these, and you've already done all these. And when you fill this in, they'll say, you know, after you say, oh, I did this, this, and this, then you gotta go through and describe each one. So you need to have dates and all that. That's why I said, you know, pictures. I do everything with pictures. When I don't remember anything, I take all the pictures for the club and put them on the Facebook page, and I can go back and look at the Facebook page to see when stuff was and who was there if I missed the attendance. And then create a signature project. What is your signature project for? You have a couple projects.
Kiwanis Closet.
The Kiwanis
Kiwanis
Closet,
yeah.
that's the.
So you already have one. And then they're gonna ask you how you improved it. So just come up with something this year that how you can improve it. What can you do to improve it? You know, get a group in to clean it. Just simple little things like that. Okay, the next thing is they want to support your division by participating in at least one of the following ways. Attend a division council meeting. You guys already did that this year. All right, sponsor a new club or participate in a new club opening, which is, you know, no comment on that one. Have a member serve as a club coach, new club opening, a lieutenant governor. I'm looking for one for next year, or lieutenant governor elect. So you will get, if any of you are interested in becoming a lieutenant governor, you could be a lieutenant governor elect, and then you get credit for that. And then obtain the interclub patch award, which you guys always used to get the interclub patch award. So you need to.
We'll focus on that.
And you know what you have to do for our, because we meet at the same time right now, bring your club to ours, and that's your meeting and your interclub.
Yeah.
Okay? So you only need 3 for an interclub, right? Because we need,
No,
or do you need
we
4?
generally-
You enumerated that as.
Yeah, and I can't remember.
I can't remember. I think you're still at the 4.
Or you're still in the 4,
I think
okay.
so.
All right,
But
because you have
based
more than
on our
20, yeah, because you have more than
enrollment.
20. That's right. Yeah, so we have to have 4, but as long as you bring 4 members, and do you meet every week, every single
Yes.
week? Okay. One week, don't meet and just come to ours and, you know, tell people you can come there instead. And that's, you know, one interclub. The only interclub that's really, really difficult to get is Clinton. Clinton is very, very hard to get. I mean, I had to just finally tell them last year, we are coming on this day. If you're there, you're there, but we're coming. Clinton's tough.
Clinton's odd.
Yeah, but they're doing really well.
Very
Yeah.
active group.
Yes, they're very active, and they don't write anything down. They don't submit anything. So you didn't congratulate. Did you got my email?
Thank you.
Yes, but you didn't
I
congratulate.
did
yourself.
congratulate.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
In front of everybody?
No,
That's
yeah,
right.
the meeting's not over with.
He forgot, I know.
He sent me a
But-
nice
I sent him a text
He
last
sent me a
night.
nice text.
Nice, because this is the first time that every single club in our division has submitted their monthly report. And I'm sure it's not because I just ragged on everybody constantly and kept emailing and said, put your report in, put your report in. And I had to, even the new girl at Clinton, who's really, she's not even a member, it's a corporate membership. So her name's not even on there, but we use her email and her boss's name. And I walked her through, I went in and impersonated her boss as a lieutenant governor and read her all the information and she gave it to me and we got it in. Until now we can fix it where she can get in. But so it's the first time, and we were the only club in all of the only division in all of North and South Carolina that had 100%. So congratulations.
Good work.
So you won.
Stand up, Brian.
Good for it.
Stand up, Brian.
Please stand
Please
up.
stand up.
Yes.
He's standing
I'm
up.
mighty fool. I got a better Thank you.
As you all know, the secretary is the heart and soul of the club, and if they don't do the work, then it doesn't get done. So always take good care of your secretary. Especially you.
Sure.
He walks on you, that's That's curtains, man. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have to
This
do
is
here?
such a good feeling. I'm enjoying this.
Okay, support, now, do you guys get to the Carolinas District Foundation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It says $10 per member, but I think I thought it was only $5. I don't know why it says $10 now. Cause,
I've never known.
I know, and that's what they have it here,
They-
but I know it's always been $5, because we always give 500, and that's more than what we're supposed to give. And then you have to do the children's fund, which is, that's $10, that's always been $10 per person. So make sure you do that, because they ask about that. And then, do you guys do the Boys and Girls Home in North Carolina? Or the
Yes, ma'am.
Neck-Walk-A-Bump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so right there, you've done all those too. And then the last one is support our global organization by completing at least one of the following, and that's donate at least $100 to the Kiwanis International Children's Fund. We just talked about that. The did you guys do the Eliminate project?
Yes,
Okay.
we were, what do you call it, Steve, sponsor? We were the highest tier you can go. What was it called, Steve?
I don't
The
remember.
highest tier you can go.
I know, we did 40,000, and we weren't the highest tier. Fayetteville did 100,000. I know
What I
that.
mean for our size club.
For your size, is that
We,
how it
we
went?
did the
Yeah.
max.
Okay. the
Remember
Master
that,
Club.
Steve?
Yeah, I do, but I can't remember what it was.
I know, it took,
Oh,
we
it was
did a
20,
five.
it was 27,000.
27,000, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ours
it
was
sure was.
40,000, and we completed that, and I think we had 5 years to do it.
Yeah, we
So,
did
yeah.
5 years.
So, you already did that.
It was over with, we got, that thing was paid for and over before the 5 years.
Yeah,
was up.
yeah, exactly.
In fact, the gentleman that was from one of the Raleigh clubs, that was like
What's his
the
name?
Carolinas district coordinator
Oh,
for
yes,
that.
yeah.
And he died during the initial stages of the
Yeah.
campaign. Remember
No, I
that?
don't
Yes.
remember that.
Yeah, he came and spoke to us. We voted to participate a week later or 2 weeks later, and then he died like a week or 2 weeks after.
Oh, Tom Curry.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
exactly
yes.
what it was.
He was a really good, he owned the
Oh, he
UPL
inspired all of
store.
us.
Yeah,
In fact, he
he
had
was-
come to our meeting from Southport. He'd been at Southport for their morning meeting, and then drove up for our lunch meeting.
Yeah. He came to our awards banquet when I was president, and he is best friends with Steve Milburn, who also owned the UPS stores in Fayetteville and Bragg.
Yeah.
And, what a lovely, lovely man. I don't know if you guys have gotten to meet Tom, but he was the best, and he was the best governor, one of the best governors, except for Coop. Nobody can beat Gary Cooper.
The Coop.
But let's, attend, did anybody do the international convention online?
I did not.
Okay, we did that online, because we were gonna go to South, to Sioux Falls, or where was it? That was in, Utah someplace. Where was it?
It was a good ways away.
Yeah, it was
I
in
remember
Utah.
that. We didn't
And
make it.
that was in the middle of COVID, so we did it online, we had 3 of us do it online. And then the one that was in, we just went to the one in Greenville, South Carolina, Josephine and I, and Jim Carter. It was really good, classes were really good. It was only a 1-day event. I had to go on Friday because I had classes for Lieutenant Governor. But if
And
you.
what was that again?
The district convention was in Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, was it?
It was in August,
Okay.
yeah. The new one, next one, mid-year will be, I think they're trying to get it back to Myrtle Beach.
I'm
We really
hoping
like
they
it.
will, because that was a good central place.
Yes, and, you know what
Enjoy.
happened? I said, why did you change it to Charlotte? And
Yeah, they
basically,
put us
because
back.
they lost their spot in rotation at the Kingston Plantation. And I said, go back to that, because it's right on the beach, and people enjoyed it there. The food was good, everything was really good there. I haven't been to
That's in
one Charlotte.
February, right?
Yeah, February.
Okay.
So plan on that, so send a couple people, because you get a couple delegates,
Johnny's
and that
going.
counts too. And, I don't know if your club pays for part of it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, our club pays for part of it too. That's all there is to becoming a distinguished club.
Nothing to that.
We're
Nothing to
halfway
that.
there.
You do most of it.
We've
That's
already
been-
done this.
it's very intimidating. The first year, they did the paperwork on Google Drive, and I did not realize that on Google Drive that you couldn't save at that time. So I would get halfway through it, and then I'd stop to do something else, and come back, and it'd all be gone. Happened to me 3 times in one day. I had about 4 glasses of wine. I cried. I threw tantrums. I
That's
swore.
what 4 glasses of wine during the report.
Oh, after I had to keep redoing it, and then I was like, so when I finally got smart, and what I did was, I would highlight it all and copy and paste it into a Word document, so if I lost it, I could go back and just put it back in there and copy it and paste it back. But now that it saves automatically, so it's a lot easier. But when I started doing it, it's kind of overwhelming at first, but your club deserves it. And I know it's a lot to do with the secretary, but you know what I did, when I had to write some other stuff, I assign it, I'll call somebody, one of our you know, guys, Dicky, still writes for the up and coming, so I'll call and say, I need you to write this for me, and I'll call another guy, Joe Wonderlick, I need you to write this for me. And it gets done a lot quicker, so if you have some good writers, you know how to do it. But we all deserve, I mean, this is such a good division. We've always had one of the strongest women's division, and we need to get back to that again. I mean, even before COVID, it was going, you know, we weren't doing as well. So I just want to see everyone do well because you guys do so much. And if it was a club that didn't do anything, I would say, you know, you just need to improve and do a couple things, but you guys already do it all.
Okay.
So congratulations for being an excellent club. You got any questions? You have questions?
I was going to ask you if you had been in contact with the Angel Club very much. We don't
Yes,
hear
yes.
much from them.
Yeah, Mac, let's see, I've gone twice. I went and inducted them, and I don't know. Mac's just done stuff lately. So but you know, they had their president, a guy had COVID right in the middle of the year. He got COVID and went through
That's
just
right.
like that.
Who was that?
Dex, I put his picture in the newsletter. Did you send the newsletter out to everybody? The division newsletter?
Yes.
Drexel Pratt, this gentleman. He, I'll pass the division newsletter out so everyone can see if you didn't. If your secretary didn't send it out to everybody.
He did.
He did, he did.
They canceled
Joe
that,
Lane
they canceled that.
Pardon?
Joe Lane.
Yeah, Joe is now. Joe had to take
He had-
over last year.
He had about 12 people at the banquet, the farm
Yeah,
banquet.
yeah, had a good crowd.
They got some of the communication that we didn't get.
Yeah, Joe's great, he's doing, I mean, he had to come in the middle of the year to take over from someone that passed away, and it was tough on that club. They really had a tough time. People were afraid to come to anything. They were still trying to meet. But they did, and now he's really starting his real year as president, and he's doing a great job. And and like I said, they didn't submit one report last year, and this year they've already, Sam Gregory, the young guy, he's a mortician. He's a sweetheart. He got everything done. So they're trying to get some younger members there too. But
How about
so they're
Coates?
doing good.
Coates?
Talked to Amy quite a bit, and they're finally starting. They just invited me to their Christmas party on the 20th of December. So they're meeting. Ronnie Fisher, who used to, her husband, I guess, I don't know if he started the Coates Club, but he was always a member of the Hope Mills Club. And she was president there, and then she quit and went to Coates, and now she's president of Coates.
Yeah.
And I think they have about 20 something members going there, so they're doing
That's
better.
what we said.
Amy was coming today, Lynn, but
Yeah.
Ella's sick.
Oh, geez.
The babysitter.
She had a day off from work?
No, she took it off.
Oh, okay.
But she was bringing some of the members from Coates, because I told her y'all were coming.
Oh, darn.
And she said, I'll be there, and then she texted me a little bit later, Ella's home sick. She said, I won't be able to come.
God bless her. I'm so excited for her. You know, she got married again, and I'm just really,
Yeah, she was
so happy
coming.
for her, because she just really deserves it. She's a really sweet,
Yep, she is.
sweet girl. She works hard. Yeah.
Did you know, I'm sure you did, that your club sponsored our club?
Yes, I did. I didn't know that until I think, John, did you say that at the meeting?
I'm sure Steve shared
You
that.
said, yeah. Yeah.
1975.
And we came up, it's 61 years that we came from the Fayetteville Club.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Bobby is a former district governor,
Yeah,
yes.
he was a
No,
district.
I was a lieutenant.
Lieutenant
Lieutenant,
governor,
oh,
I
you're
think.
Lieutenant Governor?
Yes.
Well, thank you for your service to do that.
Well,
So did
you're
you enjoy
welcome.
doing it?
Oh, I loved it.
See,
I
it's-
started a club down in Fairmont.
Yeah.
I don't think Fairmont's still in existence, but we
I'm not
traveled
sure.
down there every Wednesday morning for months and months, and finally got a club started in Fairmont.
Really?
I don't think it's that.
I don't know. I know Lumberton's, that whole area is struggling ever since the tornado, or the hurricanes and the flooding and stuff.
Right.
They've done some great things though. Our new incoming Lieutenant Governor, Mary Winfrey, she's from the Lumberton Club, and she really works hard there. So there's a lot of good things going. And I'm glad that you work with Coates and Andrew, because just like the four of us in Fayetteville, you know, and Hope Mills get together, that's what we can do there. But thank you so much. I really enjoyed
Thank
it
you,
here.
Lynn.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, one more thing. Who's been the member the longest here?
Bobby Wong.
Right there, right?
I have a present for you.
Really?
It's a magnet for the back of your car.
Yay.
Kiwanis International.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for being the town member again.
You're welcome.
And Lynn, we have something for you. Thank you for being here today. Just exactly what you need. It's another Kiwanis logo and some drinkware.
I don't have one of these.
Well, now you do.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
I didn't know you did
Thank
that. Lynn, I thought you had one of those.
No, I do not. I have a thermos, but I don't have one of these. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have all heard all the accolades that Brian well deserves for being our secretary, but equally deserving is Cindy back in the back. She is the keeper of the treasury.
And the money.
I want
And the
us to
money.
recognize Cindy as the outstanding treasurer.
Yeah, she keep that
It's a group effort.
Yeah, it's a group effort, but
It has to be.
yeah. Anything else for the good of Kiwanis? Thank you for being here. If you need to square up money-wise with your visit as far as your lunch, please see Cindy.
Okay.
money. Thank you.
Oh, good.